Hello, 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 hello. Okay, we're gonna get set up here. We're gonna play a lot of hard rock. Welcome to the channel, and I'm going to serenade you with rock and roll music for the next few hours. So get ready. Just gonna set myself here up on the TV screen. I'll wait for some people to come in. Okay. Okay. Set this up here. You're on, Gemma. You're on, Jim. There's Timmy. Timmy. What should we start off with, Timmy? About to blaze this shit hard. I'm gonna start off with red. I got blue out too, but we're gonna go with red to begin. The amp settings are good. Why isn't the chat connected? Okay. Okay, it's getting warmed up here. Just getting warmed up. I gotta warm up the voice. Okay, sorry. Apparently the comments aren't coming up on my screen. But what's up, Karen? I appreciate you saying it's great. What is up, Jake? That's Jay Foreign. You made it. You made it. Yeah, if these don't start showing up on the screen, I'll just have to. In between songs, read them. Oh, definitely get your papers ready. Get your papers. We'll be playing a few stoner tunes for sure. Okay. Alright. Gonna blast on here. It's time for a little Judas Priest. Breaking the law. Breaking the law! You don't know what it's like! Right. Yeah, just send the requests out if you guys got any. That's how you kick it off. What's up, Jeffrey Neal? Hi, my name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. My name's Jeffrey Neal. Hi, my name is Jeff. I'm just kidding. We don't do any of that rap, hip-hop garbage on this channel. We only play rock and roll music. Heavy metal, punk, all forms of rock and roll.
Down this road.
Yeah. You were being petty. Tom Petty. Here comes my girl. I appreciate that. What's up, Jesse? Hush. Okay, let me see if I can get the live chat up on the screen here. We're running down a dream. Yeah, okay, live chat. Okay, there we go. Now we're successfully connected. All right, now make some requests. Somebody say something now. Okay, we're gonna do a song called "Nuclear Family." Gonna ride the world like a merry-go-round, like a Ferris wheel, like a breaking down. Drinking beans and piss till the crash and burn. I watch the action, so give me my turn. Like a giant summer seas, that fucking nuclear family. Looking like another bad comedy. Wanna think of nothing like a jelly. Can you hear the sound coming over the hill? Gotta move my feet, it's coming in from a hill. Hey baby, baby, it's a blow up. Oh yeah, like a nuclear bomb and it won't be long till I detonate. Like a giant summer in the future. There's death of the nuclear family. Looking like another bad comedy. On the hill coming like a jelly. Hey! Gonna ride the world like a merry-go-round, like a Ferris wheel, like it's breaking down. Scream my fucking word up. Oh yeah, like a nuclear bomb and it won't be long till I detonate. Like a giant summer in space. Death of the nuclear family. Like that. Looking like another bad comedy. On the hill coming like a jelly. Fuck you! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Yeah, I haven't done that in quite a while. Thanks, Timmy and Jake. Appreciate that, boys. Now's your chance, Timmy. Let's request it up. Take her, shaker. Take her, shaker. Let me check the tuning on this other guitar because I want to do some Blue Oyster Cult. And the soloing will be easier on this guitar, but tends to want to go out. So we can try it. If it starts to sound too shitty, I'm just going to start it over on the other guitar. Alright. The Taker Shaker. Ace Frehley's birthday today? Okay. Happy birthday, Space Ace. What's up, Shannon? Wish I knew, like, Shock Me or something. Got the whole clan in here today. top streams, I'm going to restart it, but let's give it a shot here. time I walk through the door, maybe the timing's not right. I won't be here tonight. Maybe I'll see you tonight. Maybe I'll see you tonight. Sorry, Timmy, I don't know fuck time. Switch back to the other guitar here. Switch fast, switch fast! Switch fast, switch fast. Gonna do some of the Cave Live segments coming up. Doing the whole shindig today. The whole Mr. Thrasha Cave Live shindig. Try to remember Godzilla. I think it's up here. Yeah, man, this is probably the one I brought to your house way back in the day there, Jake. Please no, not the song you just did. What song did I just do? Heart? Yeah, this is it, man. This is it. This is it, Jakey. Alright. Think through this, we might just like end up playing the entire Dookie album. Yeah, well, yeah, if you take care of your guitar, man, it stays in good shape. No doubt there. Okay. Maybe we'll wait a little bit before we do that, actually. Okay. Any requests beforehand? Yeah, no, I keep it in good shape, man. It's the Gleamlit Blinds. The Gleamlit Blinds. I think it's up there. With a purposeful grimace and a terrible sound. Okay, don't know that one enough. Don't know that one enough. Okay, gonna move on. We got Gemma here. Look at Gemma. Look at Jemmy. Good girl. Bodema. Oh. Hey, that's not too bad. I wouldn't remember any now. I stopped playing that stuff a long time ago. Not that it isn't great. I don't really remember any of that stuff though. They have some good tunes though. Hate Breeder, Follow the Reaper is a good album. I'll play some other heavy shit though. What do we got? Let's get some Motorhead going. death! Kill my 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 death! You want to see that, do you? What's up, Kim? A new friend, Kim Conrad. No, I'm using a pedal. Using a pedal. That's not straight up amp, but it's a Marshall Micro Stack I'm playing off right now. Yeah, you can see that. That's the Painted Lady. Not to be confused with the Painted Ladies in San Francisco, California. That's the Painted Lady. And she's not related to me. Pretty woman, but not related to me. West holes objectify the shit out of you people. Industry. What's your favorite thing? Alright, yeah, sure. Sure. Got a request, Kim? I'm playing a bunch of stuff. I got a full album to do in a bit here, but I'm gonna keep blazing a few tunes. Alright, let's rip, usually save this still closer to the end, but fuck it. All aboard. Take some singing lessons? Fuck yourself, Karen, you bitch. What do you think about that? Yeah, we don't take shit. And by the way, Mabel, we play real metal on here, not that Rob Zombie bullshit. We don't play that new metal garbage, buddy, sorry. We play real shit like Slayer and stuff. Shannon, you're gonna get your song now for sure. I really appreciate that donation. But you're gonna have to be a little quicker on your getting people out of the group finger. I know there hasn't been much reason, but read the comments. If you think they should go, just kick them out. Matt Hardy, delete, delete, delete. You're not getting your fucking Ace Frehley song either. Suck my ass. Now we're gonna play some better shit. No, you wanna be a Karen? I'll treat you like a Karen. I don't give a fuck. Neither does Timmy. Fuck that. Instead, we're doing Working for the Weekend. I'm not doing shit by Kiss now. Like you're working for the weekend. I play some fucking Slayer. It's a fucking war ensemble. Play some real metal. bastards. They did it last and they died as they cried. Bastards. They did it last and they died as they cried. They did it last and they died as they cried. Ain't no pain together. Ain't no pain together. Ain't no pain together. The fuck is wrong with smoking weed and watching cartoons? One of my favorite things in the world to do. As long as it's like Beavis and Butthead or South Park or something. Timmy. Always making good points. Always making good points. Alright, let's go working for the Timmy. I'm gonna try to do the normal lyrics though, because it gets hard to go. Little baby Bubby Buzz Pinky to show! That should sound really good for Karen since she loves terrible singing. Let's go. Everyone's watching. See what you do. Everyone's looking at you. Everyone's wondering. We come up tonight. Everyone's trying. Get it right. Get it right. Body's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a little romance. Body's going after the bed. Easy second chance. Oh, you want a piece of chicken pot? Stop and slide. Wanna make a show? Come on, baby, go. It's all good, Kara. I'm not a singer, I'm a guitarist. You might not know the difference, but I can sing Green Day and stuff, but do I look like Ozzy fucking Osbourne or Ace Frehley to you? It's okay, because you're asking me to play Ace Frehley, but Ace can't fucking sing either. You know that, right? We're guitar players. Guitar players usually let the leader of the band sing, but since you don't see any other band members here, I gotta do it myself. I'm proud of Mabel, too. He's a good wrestler. Good wrestler. Rest in peace, Mabel. He must be speaking to us from the heavens here. Well, I'm going to play an entire Green Day album, and I'm going to sing the entire fucking thing, so if you're not a fan of my singing, you know where the door is. This next one goes out to Gemma and Shannon. A quick little break before I kill my wrist here. Alright, let's go with this tone here, Shannon. Hope you're paying attention, Shannon. Office Space, it's a great movie. Alright. Okay. Smoking DuPont weed. If you get tired of his comments, Shannon, just mute him. I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone's paying attention anyways, but I do know what time it is here. It's time to play everyone's favorite segment, What's Sitting Next to Me at this exact moment. We got Gemma over here, who did not wake up while I played her song. You didn't wake up? What's with you? Trying to sabotage the show, aren't you? She usually just sleeps while I play. But we're heading back on tour very soon, so Be doing a couple lives this week. So what is sitting next to me at this exact moment? Well, we got this sailboat right here. Oh, it doesn't sail this way, it sails this way. Hey, Gump! Take a left! So we're gonna find that ship, my boy! Gump! What are you doing? Take a left! Which way? A left! And we got this classic Undertaker urn. Of course, he just inducted his wife into the WWE Hall of Fame. This is an authentic 30th anniversary Undertaker urn. The ones that the fans would have in the mid-90s. Bong. Bong. Hell yeah. What else do we got? Oh. We have the Pizza Pig box I used for my Detroit Rock City filming locations. This is the actual box from both my Detroit Rock City filming location videos. You want a piece? I'd love to give you a piece, but you can't have one because we ate it. Still though, I said I was going to give this box away eventually. This is a prop that I made myself. You hungry for some pizza? Get the Pizza Pig. Wait. And check out my Detroit Rock City filming locations on my channel. Heck yeah. What else we got over here? Oh, we've got the Slasher OG utensils. Here's the OG of all OGs right here. This is such great wood art that I can't even use it for cooking. Look at that. Someone's art. Someone's art. We got Jason. How many of us have been friends? Ones we can depend on. Friends. Friends till the end. I'm Chucky. I'm Chucky. Hell yeah. Check out my Child's Play 2 filming locations. I've done all the Halloween filming locations for 1 and 2 multiple times. Check those out on the channel. And check out my 40th anniversary of A Nightmare on Elm Street, bringing every single location from the film. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. And we got this Russian hunting knife right here. This is actually from Russia. I acquired that in Russia. It's got a flashlight. It's quite the blade. Nice knife. I wish I could bring this with me out west, but fortunately, they won't let me on the plane with that. If somebody tries to rob me at gunpoint or something, and be like, I really wish you wouldn't do that. Oh, I know what time it is. Time for the thrashing mailbag. That's right. Let's see what's in the old mailbag today. I had to do this last week, but I was so damn busy. It's just been a madhouse around here. Alright, well, it looks like we got some more DVD packaging. Let's see what else we got. We'll start off with the little cards here. Okay, Crochet Creations. For adults, children, babies, dogs, and cats. Exactly. Exactly. Critter Jungle. I've done some shopping there. That's a filming location from the film Fat Man. You probably remember me from coming in there. Force Collectibles. What's this? Let's head down into the cellar. Okay. Rolled and folded movie posters. Someone's been listening. They dropped this in the mailbox. Alright. Let's see what we got here. We got a package from Sterling Hauser, Kitchener, Ontario. Alright. I'm going to use my weed scissors here. Pick up the weed scissors to see what Sterling sent us. Hey. Package this like a hydrogen bomb. Ugh. Ooh, a Tremors attack pack. Okay, is this a hint? You want me to do the Tremors filming locations on tour, don't you? I was already thinking about it. Hell yeah. Wow, this is all 4 Tremors films. I was only ever really a fan of the first two, but I like how it's got the original cover there. Thank you, Sterling Hauser. I appreciate that, sir. We got another letter here from Clifford Switzer out of Toronto, Ontario. Let's see what Clifford's got to say today. Okay, we got a letter. Some stuff in here. Let's check out the letter first. That's the nice thing to do. That's the right thing to do. Dear Mr. Thrasha, I appreciate you opening up your mailbox so your viewers can send you stuff. I've been really enjoying your filming location and museum videos. I have decided to include this Hygiene Power travel pack for your upcoming tour. Can't wait to see what you get up to and looking forward to checking it out. I will be watching you. Clifford Switzer from Toronto, Ontario. Thank you, Clifford. I appreciate you. Let's see what you got in here. Whatever it is, I'm sure I will use it. Okay, we have some toothpaste tablets. Those can come in handy. Toothpaste tablets with aloe vera, tea tree, and xylitol. Is that how you pronounce that? Xylitol? What else you got in here? Okay, it's got some charcoal nose strips. Blackhead removers. What are you saying? Saying I got too many blackheads? How rude. Okay, what do we got here? Super Shine Moisturizing Cream. That can come in handy. We'll be heading out to the desert. Dry desert air. What do we got here? Blistex. Ooh, orange mango. Yeah, I'm going to need this stuff in the desert, so I really appreciate that, Clifford Switzer. Thanks again. Thanks again. All right. So what do you say we get real heavy in here? I'm going to announce in advance if I need to urinate, I'm just going to go ahead and do it and take a break and do that. Since it's going to be a pretty long set today, but what do you think, Timmy? Should we do the entire Dookie album like we went and saw when Green Day was touring last summer? Man, this is pretty deadly. I'll be watching some Tremors later. And yeah, I've been thinking about doing those film locations, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay. Nickelodeon already wanted to hire me once they saw my Good Burger filming locations. Oh, how out of the loop and under a rock you've been, Mabel. Alright. Gonna play the entire Dookie album. It's a good album with lots of anger and everything else, so. We ready? We ready, Gemma? Alright. Sing with me, Timmy. Keep in mind, I'll be doing a lot of bass with my mouth because there are other instruments in the band, but... Okay. Oh, I actually forgot to point something out. Check this out. In fact, here's another prop that's actually propping up the cell phone. That's right. One of very, very few people to do all the Wayne's World locations, and I was gifted this from the music store from Wayne's World. I played Stairway to Heaven at Kessel's Music from Wayne's World. And here's the spew cup. It's the spew cup from that location. If you're gonna spew, spew into this. Oh, yeah. What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there? What are you doing? It's our friend, Purple-Headed Jelly Skelly. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do the entire Dookie album. That's right, Dookie. Caca. Feces. Fecal matter. Great album. Life can be shit, so it's very important to roll with the punches. Set this up again. Just figured I might as well show that. Alright, yeah, I'm going to do the entire Dookie album, except that Longview is going to be a little messy because I haven't played a long time, but I don't have any bass, right? So, Timmy will know what part is which. Okay. But mistakenly zoomed in as well, which the camera just does automatically. Alright. Now you're seeing a little bit less in here. Alright then. Okay. I was gonna put up this big Dookie thing here, but that could go wrong. Okay, let's just go into it. I agree, Jimmy. I agree, Jimmy. Some people are just still trying to sack up and break that force field. Me, I'm having a blast. What's up, Katrina? Now we don't know this Mabel guy. He appears to not have a wife. But it's okay, because he's giving me watch hours, which puts money in my pocket. Trolls don't realize that, but they're really helping. The world needs trolls. If they're not any use to any other person or thing in life, they can at least be a use to YouTubers and giving them watch hours. Oh, sorry. Karen's upset, Katrina. She told me I couldn't sing when I was singing Crazy Train. Now my feelings are very hurt. No, but now she's not getting her Kiss request. I got nothing against Kiss, but I don't need to play their shit. Alright. This next song is called Chump. It's about hating people and wanting to fucking kill them. So I love it. Chump! Jealousy, plastic man. That used to be what I'm wearing. Just jealousy, I'm mixing up with a violent mind. Subjective doesn't take much sense, but I'm leaving. I just I'm a job. Look, I do the drums and bass in my mouth. Sing it, Timmy. It's okay, Karen. I love you. I'm sure you know this song. Jam, 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 jam. I'll sit around and watch the tube, but nothing's on. Do you like Mabel? I changed the channel in my mom's basement. Twiddle my thumbs just for a bit. I'm sick of all the same old shit. In the house with unlocked doors and I'm fucking lazy. Wish I had a bass to pick up and do it. Peel me off this Velcro seat and get me moving. I sure as hell can't do it by myself. I'm feeling like this dog in heat, barred indoors from Summer Street. Locked the door to my own cell and I lost the key. Well, it is what it is, but people have opinions, like I said. Doesn't mean they should always share them. However, I appreciate my solemn followers backing me up on that one. I'll sit around and watch the phone, but no one's calling. Call me pathetic, call me what you will. My mother says to get a job, But she don't like the one she's got. When masturbation's lost its fun, you're fucking brave. Take me away to paradise. We did burn it for you already, unfortunately, but we can do an encore of it later, perhaps. Now we gotta do just about everybody's favorite Green Day song. Welcome to Paradise. Alright. Welcome to paradise. Catch a bridge down at the station. And then I just got to get there and down. And you may wonder why I'm still away. But the changes and next time we live in my world. And I'm never gonna go. Back to get you the touch and the forgetting. Stop going for so far. Welcome to paradise. The drums on pauses. I can imagine you at home. If I was sitting at home watching someone play this whole album, I'd be doing all the air drums like. I love doing that shit. Hopefully, it's enjoyable to those of you who are paying attention. I mean, I think most people, anybody who's into any type of heavy music, probably grew up to this album. Even the metalheads from the 80s, like. Everybody appreciated that album, but the opinions on Green Day are bullshit. People say, oh, well, Dookie was good and then the rest of it sucks, and it's like, well, you don't have a clue what you're talking about. They only ever got better, but alright. This is just an incredible album, put them on the map, that they wrote when they were like 20. Alright, so if I can hit this one, it's a trickier one. Power ballad. Good song to sing about life in general. Pulling Teeth. Linda Lindas actually missed them. I missed the Linda Lindas. They did a stint with Weird Al though too. So that was pretty cool. I missed the Linda Lindas. I got there in time for Rancid. Rancid was awesome for the whole 6 songs that they gave them. Okay. Appreciate those of you who are in here sharing in your Sunday afternoon with Mr. Thrasha. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Alright, I gotta do the bass on guitar here. I was going to do the big scream from it too, I just didn't have the, I don't know, wasn't in the right time and just let it rip. Should have given her, but oh well. Okay, that's your favorite from the album too? I think this next one might be my favorite. Of course, again, without the bass and the vocal harmonies, it loses a bit of its luster, but I'll do my best, I'll do my best. Sassafras Roots. loser and the years are slowing down. No reason, it's right, slamming down because I know you're right. So go do what you like. Make sure you do it once. They find that themselves that reason to live. You can't go forcing something if it's just not right. Our time is search for the world around. 'Cause you know we're always found. Why not come around? Cause you know if I when I come around, when I come around, when I come around, when I come around. Strung out on confusion. Just to try to roll up this illusion. I found I want to get me a man. And a mom and dad never understand. They don't make me for the first time. I finally figured out myself for the first time. I found out what it takes to be a man. Well, mom and dad never understand what's happening to me. Oh, yeah. blow my nose here for a second. Times you must blow the nose when you have post-nasal drip, so. Blow the nose, wet the whistle. Shaker, shaker! Getting to the end of Dookie. This one is called, in fact, In the End. It's a song, it's a great song that you can dedicate to your ex-spouses, and you'll never want to see them again. In the End. Something's on my mind. It's been for quite some time. This time I'm on to you. Where's the other face I've before? Your head trips for me. Let's make the bridge we torched 2,000 times before. This time we'll blast it off to hell. I've had this burden in my guts now for so long. My belly's aching out to sea. Stuck down in a rut. This logic and smut. A side of you will hit. All said and done, it's been fun, but was it all for fun? Let's make the bridge we torched 2,000 times before. This time we'll blast it all to hell. I've fed this burden in my guts now for so long. My belly's aching out to stay. That's fun. Can't play because it's fun. Okay, but tell me to fuck off for that. I've got this burning in my guts now for so long. My belly's aching out to see. I'm taking pleasure in the mad sadness to you. So inducted to my feet. That's right, Punk 1990 just played the entire Dookie album. The entire Dookie album. Except one little ditty. We'll do right now. All by myself. No one was looking. I was thinking I had an erection. I was all by myself. All by myself. All by myself. All by myself. I went to your house. No one was there. I went in your room. I was all by myself. You and me had such wonderful times. I'm all myself. All by myself. There it is. There it is. I think that's the first time on YouTube I did the entire Dookie album. We've done the entire Kerplunk album many times, but it's the first time we did the entire Dookie album. That was fun. That was fun. There's a lot of emotion in that album. It's fun to get all that out. Okay. Watching the clock tick so slow. Gotta get away. Got my brain to let explode. Give me something to that feel so. Take me to that place that I'll go. Take away the strings of feeling. Thanks, Punk 1990. With a name like Punk 1990, I know you'll have it's definite appreciation for old school Green Day. Sweat rag. You know that Tenacious D on their website sells cum rags? You can buy a Tenacious D cum rag. It's about yay big, maybe half the size of this, but a cum rag. What a great idea. A great idea for the merch table. We have cum rags if you're interested. Or if you buy a t-shirt and a patch, you get a complimentary cum rag for free. Okay. I'm going to do a ballad, which turns into kind of a power ballad. There's a song called Brutal Love. Turn up the lights, close your eyes, turn up the silence, the heartache of your life. Dance forever under the lights. Screw love. Oh, how you want it, you're begging for it, but you can't have it, even if you tried. It's in the clutches and the hands of screwed love. Old toys, this plastic heart, lies and fools are tearing me apart. I have to wait till my vocal cords are warmed up enough. Now, I don't fancy myself a singer. I spent a lot of time doing Green Day cover bands and stuff, so I was usually able to sing Green Day not too bad. I'll do another song off of the Warning album. It's called Hold On. It's hard to get the tones on this one. Remember the lyrics. I'll do my best. I don't have a harmonica either. So. Okay. Once I get going on that stuff, I just get songs keep coming to my head. You know? It's one from Nimrod. Argument and better love. will never hear when dragging on until my skin is I'm leaving myself open wide. Running out of sacrifice now. Open the basket, pressing down at the other. Showing a tail and fire. Open the basket, pressing down at the other. Got nowhere to go. Wanna be alright. Wanna be alright. I've got some scattered pictures lying on my bedroom floor. Reminds me of the time we shared. Used to worry, well, now it seems I forgot too much. But I said that's why. Well, all the songs that didn't break. Guess I learned from my mistakes. Well, open the basket, pressing down at the other. Going to hell and fire. Open the basket, pressing down at the other. Right on, right on. I'm not stopping. I'm in a good groove here, so. I'm gonna take a really quick bathroom break. Anybody needs to go to the bathroom, do it now. Wow. Okay. Back. Send out the requests if you guys got some requests. I want to send a special thank you out to, I'm sorry. Thank you once again to Clifford Switzer. Appreciate your letter, because with all this singing, my lips are chapped. So I'm going to open this up right now. I really appreciate you sending me this, and I'll bring it on the trip too. Let's test out this Orange Mango Blast chapstick. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa, it smells like candy. Look at that. Thank you very much, sir. Guess it didn't come from too far away. That's not food, Gemma. Want some chapstick? Ooh. Ooh. That smells good. It smells like bubble gum. Hubba bubba. can sing and play longer. Oh, orange mango blast. Stuff's fucking delicious. Damn. That's the best Blistex I've ever acquired. Thank you so much. Once again, Clifford Switzer. Never forget it again. Thanks a lot, sir. Appreciate that. So much. Okay. Nobody. Got a little bit more ear blasting to come here. Goodbye horses. I don't know goodbye horses. Is that Garth Brooks? Oh, that's Fresh Horses. Do some Garth Brooks. Although, you know, I would like to learn the song The River. That's a good song. No, we're going to play some other stuff. What else do we still need to go through? I was thinking about some Sabbath. Metallica is pretty heavy on the copyrights, but... What are you feeling, Timmy? Hey, Timmy. I want to thank you for going to bat for me earlier today. Well, no problem. You deserve it. Hey, Tim. I wanted to thank you for going to bat for me earlier today. Okay, hopefully you get that joke. Oh, okay. Well, let's do some Alice Cooper then, yeah. Okay. They should know. Don't come and troll Mr. Thrasha. It's no more Mr. Nice Guy season. getting his original band back together for another album. I hope to God they tour. In other news, Phil Rudd is returning to AC/DC. Yes, all we need is Cliff back. And then there you go, I got everything except Malcolm. And of course Bond, but I mean, he's been dead for a long time. Yeah, Phil's back behind the kit. Alright, well, we should probably do an AC/DC song since Phil's coming back to the fold. Phil is coming back to the fold. Okay, this is going to sound pretty bad, I'm assuming, because I cannot sing Brian Johnson. But I will attempt to do Shook Me All Night Long, if you guys want to hear it. I'll play Shook Me All Night Long, if you want to hear it. I'll pretty much just, like, say the lyrics as opposed to singing it. You'll know where I am. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Like I said, can't sing that one, but... Aw, buddy. Black Dog? Black Dog? Black Dog. For fools, but that's the way I like it, baby, and I don't want to live forever. Forget the Joker. And today, this year we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of Motorhead at the Rainbow, Lemmy's home. That'll be going down, I believe, the 7th of May. 7th of May in Los Angeles. Who can name that Black Sabbath song? I'd say it goes in the folder of lesser-known Black Sabbath songs. It's a song called Walking Alone. I'm just going to whistle because I don't have a harmonica. Thanks, Jake. Cheers if you're having a drink. Smoking a J. or Smoking a J. Into a ballad that everybody knows right now. I've done it quite a few times. But a little bit of Skinnerd. Sit beside me, my only son. Listen closely, what I say. Oh yeah, if you do this, it'll help you. Some sunny day, oh yeah. That's Demons and Wizards. Demons and Wizards, the Wicked Witch. A little CCR. A little CCR action. I appreciate the likes, everybody. Hit the like button. Yeah, no worries there, Jake. I appreciate you stopping in, man. Starting to wind down here anyways. But thanks a lot for coming in and everything. Really appreciate that, buddy. Alright. Can end with a power classic here. I'm feeling some Jesus of Suburbia. Still with me, Timmy? That's okay, Jake. That's all right, man. Anybody who's here, just enjoying it. I appreciate you guys being here. What's up, Silent Forgotten? Chris, how you doing? And Timmy. I'll do one more AC/DC one about dirty deeds. Nerdy deeds. We don't have Raynard in here. We only got nerd locations. We do nerdy deeds. Have to do dirty deeds. Here. Okay. This next song is called Jesus of Suburbia. I usually use a different guitar for this, so the acoustic parts aren't going to sound as good as they should. Timmy knows what I'm talking about. But we're gonna do it anyway, because it's epic. And it gets a lot of emotion out of there, so here we go. I'm the son of Reginald, Jesus of Samaria, the fire around, kind of the apple on the stage. Stop popping little wine. Now I never touch my mind, sins again, as far as I can tell. He's the one that got away with, and it's not been always me. This is how I'm supposed to be. Don't believe in me. Got my television fixed, sitting on a crucifix in every room. On the third room, on the arms and fucking away. Falling love and falling dead. Alcohol and cigarettes and every chain. Someone else is talking. There's nothing wrong with me. This is how I'm supposed to be. Getting around up the road. Don't believe in me.
I can't remember a word that you were saying. Are we demented or am I disturbed? The space that's in between insane and insecure. Shame, I won't apologize when there ain't nowhere we can go. Should have a little keyboard here. Running away from pain when we've been victimized. Tales from another broken. That wasn't too bad. Not too bad. Alright. but it's too late. That's the proper one. Subtle. The Tony Iommi subtlety. Yes. Yes. Sorry, Jim. Now you want to hear your favorite song by Journey? Yes, the small town dog living in a lonely world. You can take the midnight train going anywhere. Yes, the city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. You take the midnight train going anywhere. Get some distortion. Fun to mess around. It's fun to mess around. So I played your song, Jimmy. That was your song. That was for you. I dedicated that to you. Kiss, kiss, beep boop, beep boop on the nose. Beep boop. Did you hear your song earlier or did you sleep through it? I don't know how you can sleep through this. She was raised to. Raised by a meddler and a hard rocker. All right. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. I'm glad she by the rest, direction where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable that predictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Well, we have rocked it out for 3 hours and 23 minutes. I appreciate you guys big time. Hope you liked that last one there, Timmy. That was 80. That was 80. Alright.
I'm going to leave you with one last song here off the Kerplunk album. A song called Who Wrote Holden Caulfield. Thanks much, everybody. I'm going to cut it off for now, and I should be live again next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Time to cut it off for now. Say goodbye, Jim. Okay. All right, I'll say it for you. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.